name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is September 30th, 2025. It is 1:19 p.m. This is, I don't know, video 3. I'm just continuing from where I left off. Okay, first tweet. The press fed this beast with their sycophant coverage of William and Kate. So she retweeted that. Okay, the Rangers are so happy when taxi British media attack Harry and Meghan. Did they really think they won't turn on the others? Our future king and queen should be allowed to do anything. Kate, it's so important to get out in nature, but not in my very large backyard. Okay, so let's see here. Well, it's Monday, so of course another hit piece about Catherine and Prince William's new home. Can the Daily Mail just back off? This is becoming a targeted campaign by one newspaper against our future king and queen. Locals have plenty of acres in the estate to walk around. Not in one backyard, William and Kate's prompt fury from locals with massive no-go zone around Windsor, 8-bed forever home. Well, this is whatever the thing said here. They allow them to do the nonsense to Harry and Meghan, and when Harry and Meghan were fighting them for them to stop, they were happy. The others were happy as long as it wasn't them. I don't know. These people don't have a foresight to predict this might happen. I don't know. I really don't know. Whatever they wish for Harry and Meghan, it should be good for them too. Alright, let's see here. Okay, one of two, reposting my earlier post with a short video clip to give it more context. It seems going by the front page for tomorrow Monday from the Nasty Sun newspaper. They are not happy with what it seems are people who work for really behind the scenes and some royal homes leaks missing. Get off, I don't know what that is. Get off my lawn. 2 of 1 misinformation about Prince Harry's visit with his dad, and they publish it only for it gets slapped down by Prince Harry's team. So they put this out. This is what happens when you jump into bed with the nasty British media. Look at Yasmin Brown looking at that bloke with amusement to what he is trying to justify. So there's all of that. Yeah, I remember sharing some of those tweets here.
Windsor Great Park Theatre.
Yes, I'm going to stick up for William and Kate. I think.
On the way.
The last but I think if they're going to move into this beautiful looking house in Windsor Great Park, then I think they have a right to some privacy, and if that is not going to be imposed by.
There's that privacy thing Harry and Meghan been saying. Okay. When it was Harry and Meghan, nobody understood the squad understood, but the institution, the UK media did not understand what privacy mean.
Shouldn't you have an expectation that you're going to have to lose privacy?
Well, it's two things here.
That's part of the deal.
Two things here. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic, right? Mm-hmm. And we're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect. So if you're at work and you have a photograph of your child on your desk and your coworker says, "Oh my gosh, your kid's so cute. That's fantastic. Can I see your phone so I can see all the pictures of your child?" You go, "No, this is the picture I'm comfortable sharing with you." And then if they double down and say, "No, but you already showed me that one, so you have to show me everything." You know what? I'm just going to hire someone to sit in front of your house or hide in the bushes and take pictures into your backyard because you've lost your right to privacy because you shared one image with me.
So now all of a sudden they're talking about privacy?
By cordoning it off, then you could have all sorts of people pretending to walk their dog and poking their binoculars in.
Okay,
it's playing again. Alright, to give it more context, Prince Harry, someone from the palace is leaking false stories about my visit to sabotage my reconciliation with my dad. The Sun, we stand by our palace source. Prince Harry, got you. This is the part I was saying in the video that I recorded yesterday. Earlier this morning. It was in the Jeremy Vine video. Is it that one? No. Could it be that one? It was of Jeremy Vine. Never mind. Where I was saying that those two guys, something Sykes, was saying as if the palace is the one who trapped Harry to out it himself. And it was this tweet I sort of was making reference to, but they got it from the squad, and then they're pretending they're the one who caught Harry. But meanwhile, I don't know. These are childish things, to tell you the truth. Okay, Prince Harry, right after the Nasty Sun newspaper put that out, confirming what he said was right. There's that. Gotcha. Okay, more like they are gutted. They have been found out again, if anything. They should be angry at the Nasty Sun newspaper for exposing them. Repost from Sussex, VC, and me. Alright, so that's that. This seems like a bait and switch similar to their other hate pieces on them. They like to do this to make it seem like their coverage of them is fair and balanced when they'll just have a royalist write how their actions are justified the next day. I don't know. Waste of time, waste of energy, waste of putting real information. I don't know when there will be a reform on journalism. There needs to be a reform, because these type of mobsters, they sort of, this is the thing which I've said in past videos before, they have studied how the papers work. Okay, it sort of started with CNN, to tell you the truth, with what's this guy, just look on the screen because I've spoke about this a very long time ago. The person who created CNN, and where you have 24/7 news coverage all around the world. So this type of thing raised the radar of those, let's say like the Rupert Murdoch, the bad guys, pretty much, where they will manipulate things, and they see something how they could manipulate so they could get what they want. The key thing here is, because of this clause, this is how they turn anything positive into a negative. The key clause, when real journalists are doing real research about sensitive issue and you're getting the information, and you don't want to reveal your sources to protect the people that's giving you the information to write the whatever piece that you're doing. That's to protect those people. So what these, the Rupert Murdoch, the people, the Daily Fail, and all of them have found out is that, oh, since we don't have to tell who the sources are, this is when they start manufactured their own little stories, make it believable, and then say sources this, sources that, when in fact they are their own sources. They create their own narrative and they just say, oh, a source said, when in fact they the one who made up of their source. And then that sort of start removing the foundation of journalism. And then once they saw that they could get away with it, okay, now they're trying to buy every form of communication, to manufacture, to lie to the people, while the business people in the back are doing the real thing, and then they're not reporting on it. They remain on their manufactured stories to the people. Keep the people glued on fantasy, made up nonsense, and this is why they create the dramas among the institution. They want to create entertainment. Bojo's sisters told us. Okay, she even told us it's gonna come to the US. And I gave a heads up for France. France is next.
I find it hard to see who is the winner here. I mean, Prince Harry goading the press is only, and forcing the press into humiliating payouts is not going to be particularly good for the Sussexes. And it's certainly not great for the press, which is on the hook. I think the total payouts for phone hacking and other illegal information gathering is up to 1 billion, and there are many, many more cases to try. So my point about all this is, I think we only have losers here, and it's in all our interests that we have a strong, vigorous and honest press. And if it was strong, vigorous and honest, I agree that the press would have reported more on the judgment, the Prince Harry judgment that came through on Friday, than it did. It was basically a broadcast story, far more than it was a print story. And of course, the print and broadcast are in competition, so you can sort of understand that. So my question is, who wins out of this? Has Prince Harry done the press lasting damage? Do you think that as a result of the judgment that went against Mirror Group newspapers, we're going to see some sort of state regulation of the press? I genuinely hope not. I don't want the press to be in the last chance saloon at all. I want to see newspapers thrive. This is my industry, and I think it's in all our interests that we have a thrive. And we've got the most wonderful newspapers in the world in this country. You read the newspapers in the States or in France, they're very dull. They're not entertaining at all. I think that we can have both a serious and an entertaining press. And that's what I want to see survive. I don't want to see Prince Harry destroy the industry I love.
They don't report the news, they create it. And they've successfully turned fact-based news into opinion-based gossip with devastating consequences for the country. So I know the story all too well.
Okay, she even told us it's gonna come to the US. And I gave a heads up for France. France is next. And I think the French economy is going down right now. They're behind all of this nonsense that's going on. Keep you in the dark and then get your blood boil, be upset against whatever nonsense they created to get you upset against, and then as they manufactured, lie to the people nonstop, and you're voting against your best interests. This is what's happening here. The moment I started looking into Harry and Meghan, why the headlines were so negative when I know as a African American, for Meghan, there's no way. So they manufactured their nonsense, and then as I look deeper into the nonsense, I've been directed to different branches of things. This is their blueprint. It has been going on for a very long time.
When racism as such, as a philosophy, kicked in, was as a direct reaction to the abolitionist movement. The abolitionist movement driven by some of the leading intellectuals of the day, as well as driven by hundreds of thousands of ordinary people in this kingdom who signed petitions after petitions and presented them to the House of Lords. When the abolition movement really kicked in from the 1780s onwards, the planters had to respond. And so this is where you get the most virulent imagery about brutal, pagan, bestial.
But the media is a powerful force.
Black people in the literature and in the imagery.
Cartoons portraying black people as licentious and depraved began to circulate.
But the media is a powerful force.
The anti-abolitionist Edward Long wrote,
"The lower class women in England are remarkably fond of the blacks. In the course of a few generations more, the English blood will become so contaminated with this mixture as even to reach the middle and then the higher orders of the people. This is a venomous and dangerous ulcer that threatens to disperse its malignancy far and wide until every family catches infection from it."
But the media is a...
Alright, so Sykes, Prince Harry's palace enemies have lured him into their trap. So there's me here. I'm just happy that they keep showing themselves for Harry to see why he should leave his power alone. King Charles III will always side with the British media. King Charles III is a chicken shit. That was 11 hours ago. No, Harry didn't fall into a trap. They did. Now it's clear, at least to me, that Clive is working with William. Let's not forget, and I think he's in problem because of the lawsuit that's coming up. I don't know how he fits into it, but I think he's in trouble. So you could understand why he will side with William. He wants somebody to help him get out of free jail card. However, the institution could help him. This is the thing that I was saying. I don't know if I said it in this video or the one I just recorded earlier. Howard and William's court once Charles died. I agree that Charles hasn't been leaking any detail. This would have come out weeks ago, and it would have come out in the Daily Mail. Tobin will never allow a big exclusive to go to the Sun. The Sun is firmly Team Wells. Also, we have to wonder if the meeting between Charles and Harry took place. Let's say Harry does not have any confidence with anybody within the palace, and he wants to be in a room with just Charles and himself only. So we have to wonder, how did that information get out of that room? Let's just assume it's only Charles and Harry that was in the room having the meeting. How did that information, whatever they put out there, get out of the room? So we already know Harry does not leak to the press. It has to be Charles who mentioned it to somebody. Now, so it could be easily a little conversation between husband and wife, Charles and Camilla. And then Camilla went and tell William because she knows very well that William will go leak it to the press. Camilla is very smart. Okay, and Charles is very smart as well when it comes to playing the game of that media thing. So to not put any skid mark or blueprint or any evidence that it's from him, he will go mention it, or she will go and mention it to William, and then William go to the press. And William does not think. He doesn't think logically. He thinks he's doing a good thing. Or whatever trouble he probably is, he has with the tabloid anyway. So let's get back to the original recording. Okay, nonsense. I think giving the photo is a huge test. Let's see if the leaky palace has restraint not to leak it to the toxic media. We all know they've been waiting for it. Harry may want a relationship with his dad, but he must know the game by now. If he actually did give the image, I mean, in one video, I went on with my speculation and how things could be. Oh, but anyway, if he did give a picture of the kids to Charles, like some of the squad are saying here, maybe it's a test to see how it will get to the tabloid. They will talk about it, but they can't show the picture due to privacy. We all know they've been waiting for it. Harry may want a relationship with his dad, but he must know the game by now. Okay? Not by my reckoning. Charles has exposed a total lack of control of his own people, and he is king. Also turned the underbelly of Charles and William's unsteady relationship up to the light. Harry didn't lose a thing here. His family is deep into Game of Thrones right now. A son who wants a relationship with his father, a dying king, his evil brother, the heir who's consolidating power, and the courtiers who have the real power. The rest of Charles' reign is going to be miserable, and I love that for him. These three, and then that's it. Bottom up. Alderton and Peggy fell into a trap, not Harry. The Wasp already has his eyes on the next lucrative prize. He switched loyalties from a weakening monarch to the heir, which he did with Queen Elizabeth II. Tobin and Drea better watch his back. When Charles descends to his resting place, Harry's conscience will be clear because he attempted to make peace with his unloving and insecure father who orchestrated the misery in his mother's life. Never underestimate the strategy of the Sussexes. Actually, to me, it looks like Prince Harry managed to corner the whole palace and its mummies into a trap they can never escape. We had taken long without seeing this back-to-back complaining and explaining. The wasp, bees, house flies, and tis flies, all in disarray. Alright, next tweet. Okay, 13 minutes. I don't want to be... I'm feeling tired already. And I have a lot. Is that the one? Okay, I think I put this twice. I hope Harry makes peace with the fact that his family is the monarchy and the monarchy is the press, and that is leaving any one of the things, he loses them all. Rebecca Woodward. I don't think he is languishing or looking for forgiveness, but his crusade to reform the British media and fight information disorder generally also means he's unlikely to get the true reconciliation he seeks. Even his family may willing, they're not. The media will not let them. Okay, I covered this already. It looks like I put it twice, so I'll leave it alone. Next tweet, and I think that was the first tweet. Boyle Sutter, I hope. Yep, I put it twice. It was on the first tweet. Okay, first video, or should I say second? Alright, next tweet. Prince William's and Kate Forest Lodge move has cut off access to a huge park. Okay, someone reminds me. 1 KP, 2 Emna Hall, 3 Adela Cottage, 4 something in Duchy of Cornwall, 5 Forest Lodge. I don't know. All being fenced off, so people won't be able to see who doesn't live there. Remember a story where they attacked the Sussex for this very thing with Fragmore Cottage. The truth was the Sussex never did it. The papers lie. But these two actually do it, and now it's reasonable to prevent the public access to something they long had access to. Couldn't be me. I will demanding a refund post haste, and if they had a problem with it, they can ask Mumbles and Hugo to pay for that exclusivity and that portion of the park. Kate and her wigs need all the space and nature that they can get, so she can hug her tree in private. Pity she didn't cut off these overweight wigs. Okay, I see what's going on here. The Harry Charles story was probably giving to the buried this story. Harry ruined their plans. They well sisters or trying too hard to be relatable. LOL. You mean Katie and children move really won't be there, but they can't let the public see that. That wig must have done some environmental damage. That's an ad. Let's move on. Okay. Tell us, Kate, how does one convey authority through a coat? What is an authoritarian coat? And how is it going with wanting to be known for your work? By the way, the winning UK Women's Rugby team says hi, and it might have been nice to have put it in as work appearance. So she didn't show up? Right, how Kate Middleton conveys authority through her evolving coat collection and the hidden messages behind it. What hidden messages? Copying Meghan pretty much? Oh, there's more. Going this way. Kate Middleton focused on the work, not the wardrobe, as the Princess of Wales breaks from tradition upon return to public duties. The style is there, but it's about the substance, a source explained after news that Kensington Palace will no longer release information about the Princess of Wales' wardrobe choices. When was this? Probably because the squad figured out that her stylist was copying Meghan. Love the UK vibes. The ridiculousness they come up with is nothing but astonishing. Authoritarian coat, if there ever was such a thing, the last person on earth that will be associated with it would be KK Kate. She has no authority whatsoever, as she hasn't one authoritative bone in her body. Personally, I think all these scribblings suggest alcohol, substance abuse, or both. How else can one judge their insane stories? Agree, must be some really strong drugs. Just get so annoyed when I think of our girl winning the World Rugby Cup and she was no show, so bloody disrespectful. Oh, did they win it? Okay, her disrespect for the UK Women Rugby World Cup final as patron is only matched by her husband's disrespect for UK women football when they won their final and he then showed up as a chairman of the UK Football Association. Spanish royals attended, then, and Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney flew 3,500. Heard it all now, messages behind quotes, Jesus, how low can they go? Media these days make 99.9% of their money from online activities, and they're getting sad all to work with from the Windsor clan, so it's now down to quote. Let's leave that alone. Next tweet. Okay. Some may dream of castles, tiaras, and all the royal fantasies, but seriously, look at that woman. Will you really trade your life with that depressed walking skeleton? There was a video of her going somewhere. I saw. I don't think I put it on the list. And I think this is what she's making reference to. Hell no. And especially having to be with ugly William. Nope, it's not worth it. What actually does Kate own beside clothes and some personal jewelry? I doubt her name is even on Emner Hall deeds. It's for the people. What if they get rid of them? Everything stays for the people. It will be like a castle, not castle, whatever castle they have. It will be like a museum for the people. She wears Bower crown jewels. She lives on crown property and has no close or casual friends. She doesn't seem socialized even with William. She would have been so much happier with some random rich guy like her sister. Then they say her sister's husband is having some issue too. No random rich guy will have her. People only got James because Kate was already confirmed to be the queen at that point. Same goes for the jobless brother who married an heiress. Let's leave that alone. I don't even want to continue this. Oh, they married for connection. If there is love and they have idea to create, they could build a foundation, but whatever. This is the next tweet. Platell, paranoid Prince Harry is going to end up like his paranoid mother. Alright, so let's just say, if this is what the tabloid is saying, two things here. They're probably saying that for William, or the other thing, the way Diana is, this is their plan, okay? So this is why we need to keep on praying for the Sussexes, because Harry is revealing them without even trying. Okay, and so the voters and KPBP came back with the same narrative that they tried with Diana and her time. Harry is paranoid. Don't believe him. I really hope Harry finally realizes that his father will always put the institution before his son, grandchildren. Okay, so I'm not the only one who's saying that. Okay, someone just messaged me something. After I finish read what's on the screen, and I'll see what the message is and if it's worth sharing with you. And okay, I just read this. It isn't paranoia if it's true. People blow this off as trivial because it's just a family squabble. When two of the most powerful institutions are constantly trying to undermine your family, your prospects, every aspect of your life, it's not paranoia. It's life and death. But with our prayer, one thing I have to say for Harry and Meghan, whenever they see things is going on in the US, there's confusion, whatever the Trump administration is trying to do to create chaos, the moment that starts, get the hell out of here. Okay? Get the hell out of the US. That's all I have to say. Meanwhile, crazy Prince William has been melting down, screeching and leaking daily to his tabloid minions. There's the laugh. And this is William Flying Monkey writing this, by the way. Diana must be heartbroken watching William turning into Charles and doing to Harry what Charles did to her. My word, heartbreaking. Prince Harry is the most emotionally intelligent person in that family. Platell is a nasty piece of work who refused to acknowledge that the manic psychopath is Harry's brother. And the father too. Is that a threat from Platell? I'm telling you, another press threat and at the king's son. How is this appropriate? Disgrace. I mean, let's just say everything that they're trying to do is backfire. Let me hold my tongue. Let me hold my tongue. God, you know what I'm thinking. You take care of it. I'm going to pause and see what the message is all about. And then if it's worth sharing, I'll put it next. I'll share it with you. This is the video that somebody just sent me. Okay, there's a music. Let me look for the next tweet to share with you. I'm not even going to put it on the... They look so cute. Next tweet. I've seen it quite a while. All right.
Naka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.